Ah, it's... Oh, it did work. It did work. Hello. Hello, everybody. Right, so... now we'll do the mandatory thing of saying that it's getting lighter outside, which is... it's not mandatory, but I just like to say it sometimes. So, mostly when it's true. So hello, V'ger. Hello to you. In chat there, you're pink. Here you're turquoise. Hello, Kangafango. Hello, UK. Hey, who was here first? You or me? I don't know. Hi, Mr. W. Hello. Hey. Not sure. Let's call it a draw and or tie. Yee. Hey. Hello, matey. We're waiting for you. Yes, I'm aware. I was... yes. Hello, mate. How's it going? I would assume good, from how you're talking, but you would have to tell me. We just pink for me too. Now, but before I reloaded, I believe he was orange in color. Twitch has color RNG. Twitch chat color RNG, yes. Shadows, I said hen how. Oh, hen how, not hen hello. Not hello. I thought hen L-O-W, but it was H-O-W. Len how. Len how. Oh, I see. Right. So, as is tradition, not done anything on the project. So, no, need to switch screens. There we go. You can see it's in the state that it was before. Right, so I want to work a bit on the maze, just to get the maze parts a bit more finished. Even if it's just rough things, because at the moment we've only got ceilings for the... well, we've only got ceilings for the corridors, not for the rooms. This part's not been painted, and the tiles are still the same that they were before. So I think we'll start with making the diagonal tiles. And yeah, we'll see how that goes. So for that, I will modify the model, yes, to have... where is it? It should be floor. Oh, there we go. I was looking at it. No, it was in the template. No, not template. What's the template? Tile set. There we go. Right. So, yeah, once we've done that, then... oh, we'll see. So I'll hide... well, I'll add another plane. I will scale it up. Oh, it was in the wrong place, I see. Because I need to actually put the cursor to selected, add a plane, and then I will scale this up so that it is the size of the other plane. And then I won't keep it like this. Well, actually, I might. It depends on how well it fits with the others. How well it connects, basically, the seams. I might leave it like this, because I want to have the tiles as a texture. I'm just zooming in to get this as accurate as I can. There we go. Right, and then I'll hide the other floor tile, rename this object to floor tile 1, just keep the name, rename the old one to floor tile 1 old, and then let's unwrap it first of all. Project from view bounds, should be good. And then this one, let's export it. Export FBX. And then let's overwrite the floor tile. Selected objects only, so we don't export the whole thing. Let's quit this, and if I go back in, it should now, all of the floors should now be just a normal plain without any sort of yeah, you can see it's working without any sort of pattern to them. So that's worked. Now let's start the texture. But first I'll read chat a bit. I don't want it to pile up. Wait, what? Oh, Kango ain't showing up in people in chat. I don't know why. I don't know why either. Twitch apparently doesn't do that quite right. Not sure why. Vitra, I'm bound to show up eventually. Apparently, the menu refreshes every 7 minutes or so. Ah, I just remembered. I was supposed to keep telling you my mods and expansion for the main story and ending of Infra. Yeah, I do like that. However, if you're going to that much detail, then that is a significant portion of the stream that I'm only reading chat. And I mean, I do want you to keep detailing your expansion, but maybe not sure what to say. Maybe if you could condense it a little bit, that would be very appreciated. Yeah, especially on Game Dev Night, because, well, if I read a lot of chat here, then we won't get anything done because of how slow that is. So you were at what was I? Ah, yes, 13. How are you today, Mr. LDU? A bit annoyed, frankly. Oh. What happened? Oh, well, come, if you don't mind me asking. Okay, man, I'll try. Thank you. That's all I ask, that you try. Right, so we've got the model now. It's time for the texture. I need to open up Pixelmator Pro. Pixelmator Pro. Where is it? Always lose that in the doc. There we go. Well, those games I ordered came today, which of course is great. And they all work, which is also great. One of the ones I bought is basically the special edition of a game I've already got. I open that one and try it, and it seems that they've put the wrong normal disc in the special edition case. I've sent in an inquiry. Yeah, if you order stuff, you've got to expect that a lot of mistakes get made. I mean, yeah. I can see that. Don't worry, you can read it whenever you can. I'm just telling it to people in chat. Oh, I see. You can also not read it out loud. Oh, right. I'll keep that in mind, thank you. Right, so 1024 by 1024. And right, I think, okay, I'm going to make the texture have the tiles horizontal just because it's easier to edit. And then in Blender, I'm going to turn the UV unwrapping 45 degrees to have them angled. Right, so let's create a new layer. Let's call this gaps, probably. And let's choose black as the color. Sure, let's keep it like this. I can then change the opacity for the layer. Okay, so I mean, I could do it as easily. I could simply do it like this. Not like, 1 second. So I could just do it like this. And that would still tile. But I think I want to do it with a grid. So if I go to View, Show Grid, I can then go into Settings, the Preferences, and change this grid size. So this is how many tiles I want. Let's say 6. So we'll do, actually, should be 6. Let's do 5. So that's 204 by 8. So let's do 204. No, let's do 205. Right? Then we've got the little grid, and then I can use that to snap the brush to as I'm making the lines. Although it doesn't really matter that much with the snapping because I can, I'm holding shift down to make them straight, so should work either way. Right, and this is now just very, very basic. I'll save this. No, I don't want it in downloads. I want it in, I'm gonna need to go to the folder. Assets, textures, mazes. Oh no, oh right, these are, well, let's put it in mazes, sure. Let's call it floor tiles. Right, and then let's export PNG, switch over. Okay, so now if I go to the prefab, which should be, where is it? Segments, there we go, this one. Open this prefab of the tile. It's not got a material, so I need to create a new material. Let's go to mazes, room tile. Oh no, that's not material, is it? No, that's not materials. Let's go to up here, materials, maze, tiles. And let's create a new material. Let's call this floor tiles. And let's give it the texture. You can see now if I apply this material here, you can see we've got the same black lines. However, also the lines that you see, those little faint lines, they're just the grid. So I can disable those like this. Right, so now if I want them to be diagonal, I can very easily do that. If I load the tile set again in Blender. Right, and then if I go to UV editing, tab up top, that's the wrong image, but sure. So this is it. It doesn't matter what image is displayed here. I can just turn this 45 degrees, then save, and go to File, Export, FBX, overwrite the floor tile one, selected objects only, export. Now you can see it almost works. Why doesn't it work? Oh, the texture might be set wrong. The texture might not be repeating, it might be clamped. Let's see. No, it's set to repeat. Strange, why doesn't that work? Oh, of course. Huh, it does work. It's just, oh, you can see we've not got a border on the edge. That's why it doesn't work. It's basically tiling them. Oh, that can be fixed. The issue is that there are no edges on the sides, no black lines on the sides, which means that essentially we are, well, we're not doing it right, basically. So I'll just copy and I'll just duplicate one of these already existing ones, pull it over just so it snaps, zoom in, and then I can put half of it over on the side. I want to. Okay. Duplicate that. Put it over to this side. Zoom in. And do 1, 2. Well, let's do 2 like that. Then I need to do the same thing, but vertical. Let's merge these all together. Duplicate this one there. Move that up top. Oh, that's not aligned. Now it's aligned. Let's do 1, 2. And I can move it pixels, individual pixels, by using the arrow keys. Right, then 1, 2, sure. Let's do 2, yeah. It's like this. Now if I deselect save, yes, save anyway. Export. Replace that. Now if I go into Unity, it should work. Yes, there we go. They're not exactly the same width. I'll try moving this one down one more and then exporting it again. Yeah, that's better. The other one could do with it as well, but that's fine. So now you can see we've got diagonal tiles. Now let's look at this when it's generating. So I'll maximize this and play. And why doesn't it work? Why does it look so weird? That's odd. It should. Why have we got these weird patterns? That's odd. Why doesn't it work? Let's have a look in the other world. Maybe I've not got it set up right. The other world, I mean the other level, the tile test scene. Floor tile. And yeah, let's just put it up. Oh. Right. Oh, of course. I see that it needs, the angles don't quite meet up. That's interesting and slightly annoying. No, of course that wouldn't work. I would have to do it by, I guess, just putting more tiles on so that they do meet up. If I did this in Sprite, then I could have tiling enabled, so I could see the tiling while I'm doing it, but I'm gonna read chat for a bit. Oh, so it's getting very dark. There we go. That's wrong. Okay, I don't need the headphones at the moment. Actually, no, I do need them in case anybody follows, so I'll hear the sound. I won't miss it. Oh, I see. Hopefully they'll reply soon. But the rest seems like it turned out good. So it depends. If you ordered them from eBay or Amazon as well, as I think, you can get a refund if they didn't deliver the correct thing. Yeah, and I'm really looking forward to playing them when I can. Nice. Have fun in advance. Thank you. No worries whatsoever concerning this. But yes. Okay, I'm going to read quietly. That will take less time. Did I Okay, well, it's not that long. Upon reaching Turnip Hill, K rings Al Strawbell and she answers, just like Rob does. She lets A and K in by putting a good word for them at the border office. They go up to her apartment, only she was there. So, where's Rob? Well, he went out with the boys, and I don't have the signal to call him. But that is not important. We have We heard you guys need to go to the nuclear power plant, right? Well, you guys can take take a shortcut to the funnel house? Funnel house? Funeral house, maybe, of one of my friends through the school. Quite bright outside, isn't it? Yeah, where I'm at least. True. Great Britain. That's Great Britain, not Gibraltar. Sure is. I know what to do. Use the 2D from the top tool and add a black stroke on the inside. True, that I could have done that. You guys can exit the school by taking a shortcut that came up recently. So some drug guys partied a little too out and smashed a hole through the bathroom of one of my other friends, the owner of a bookstore. She's out right now, so she left the keys with me since she knows she can trust me. Then after you descend the elevator, then to the left is a door. You exit the door and the funeral home is on the right. Should I just leave it? Looks good. Oh, you mean the tiles? With this? You mean with this pattern? You mean that? Well, I suppose. Although that is, wait a minute, that's odd. Why doesn't it have the black border? Wait a minute. Oh, of course it doesn't, because the black border is not diagonal. Oh, of course. Yeah, because it's, I see, it's rotated 45 degrees, so it's like this. The black border is one of these stripes. Probably this one at the edge, actually. No, this one probably. Around like that. What do the rest of you think? Do you think that's would be good to leave it like this? If I obviously put a rock tile texture on it, things like that, which may be a bit difficult to do actually. Now that I'm thinking about it. XD, that's good though. Interesting. Should I maybe read out Visual's message after all, because sometimes the white from the tiles are on the chat text, so also archive viewers won't be able to hear it. Sorry, messages. Just nope, order them from 6 online. Oh, I see. Do they have a like an insurance thing, like a return policy? What's their return policy? Thanks, Try second from the top, not 2D, but it is 2D too. Okay. Yes, I think that looks good. Well, maybe it definitely looks interesting. Well. Thanks for the help. No problem. Now come with me. I got the key. A and K go off with L up 1 floor. The door to the party apartment was unlocked. They could see the hole in the bathroom wall. They crawled through the hole and reached the door of the apartment of the bookstore owner, L. Oh, L locks the door. I see. So, yeah, that's it. Okay. This is as far as I go. I'll let her know you're coming. Now go save the city. NK leave the school. They hear the door lock up back again. Wait, the apartment is in the school. Oh, leave to the school. Oh, right. NK leave. NK leave to the school. Oh, I see. Oh, they're going to the school. Oh, right. Or at least keep this version of the texture. Very nice. Not sure. It looks a bit too modern, in my opinion. Yeah, it's not finished. It's just for the normal, the grid pattern. Yeah, just whether this pattern. Although the Romans did have very, very intricate tile work as well. Yeah. So maybe change the floor tiles after all, but keep this version saved, I would say. Sure, I think they do, yeah, because you can do the same thing in store if something doesn't work. I have the invoice, both physical and electronic. Oh, hello, Slavic Eagle. Welcome. Welcome. Never heard of that store. Hey, it's been a while. How are you guys doing? Doing good. Hey, I'm alright, thanks. I'm one delivery away from completing ETS2's Cruising Iberia event. How are you? Shadows, while. Yeah. While? Oh, been a while. I'm doing good, as usual. And congrats on that accomplishment. I know you will finish it soon. Yes. Right, so... Actually, what I want to do is I want to see if I can tile it in Blender. Because if I change the UVs in Blender, I can maybe have them tile a bit better. If I can see it real time here. So if I go with... where's the image? I'm looking for image texture. Image texture right there. Let's open... Let's go up a few steps into textures. Mazes, floor tiles. There we go. So now if I move this down a bit. Let's actually shorten. Let's change the layout a bit so it's a bit easier to work with. If I make it a bit smaller so it won't lag as much, basically. Okay, so now I'm going to use an array modifier. Array. Right, so that's... Okay, I'm going to need to use multiples. Okay, that's fine. So let's use one there. Then array with -1. Oh, that doesn't work like that. Wait, how do I do this? Fixed count, length, relative offset, yeah. Let's actually do it like this. Let's do 3 that way. Then let's add another array. Let's have it be on the y-axis, 1. Let's have it be 3 that way as well. So then here we can see what we're doing a bit better. Now I actually need to go back to UV. So now, just look over here. See if I scale this, you can see the patterns move like that, which is actually quite a fun effect. So it was like this. So now if I can change it just sort of like that, then we can make them line up. I think that lines up pretty well. It's not perfect, but I think that's because the widths are a bit different. Let's see what it's like this. If I zoom in here, we'll be able to see it a bit better. I think that's probably a bit better. Right, now let's save. Let's turn off the well, let's delete the array modifiers. File, export FBX. Select objects, yes, replace. Now if we go back, there we go, that's better. Right, so now if I go back into game scene, let's see what it looks like in the corners. Play. Let's get rid of the light, and by that I mean lighting, so it's got normal scene lighting. So yeah, that looks quite good, doesn't it? Successfully made them tile. I'd say that's worth an achievement, a Steam achievement, by the way. Let's actually look at it in game as well, just to see what it looks like, because at the moment it doesn't have a normal map or anything like that. At the moment it literally just has the texture, which means it will probably look a little bit flat. Gonna pause and gonna stop and start it again, so might get a bit of a closer entrance. There we go. Now, are these tiles too big? I think they are. And they don't line up completely perfectly. There's a bit of Z fighting there, that's not great. Yeah, I'll need to change the size a little bit to get rid of some of the Z fighting. Because I'm working at an odd scale for these things. I think I need to make them a little bit smaller. I think the player just feels too small in comparison. So now let's see, if I undo the deletion of the modifiers, if I just do this and then do S2, S1.5, no. If I just scale it, yeah, I can see this. If I do S2, so twice the scale, so it's scaled down half, essentially. Now if I export, fix, like that. And this is why I wanted to test it in play mode, to see what it's actually like walking through the tunnels. Let's see, where is the entrance? Can't see it at the moment. Quite well hidden. Should be around here somewhere. Surely. Actually, it's probably behind some of those hills here. Oh, it's back there. I can see it. Let's just go to it. I don't know why I'm jumping. It doesn't do anything with this character controller, except for jump, obviously. Yeah, that's much better. This size of tile, don't you think? Yeah, I have to get rid of this somehow. That should be fine at some point in the future. Right, so what was I? There we go. It's like a charity shop specifically for video games and DVDs. Yes. Good to hear. Thank you. I'll probs finish it right after the stream. Oh, I see. It's sex, an abbreviation. Nope. And it's pronounced as confirmed by an advert. Sex. Yes. Oh, right. Yeah, odd. Thanks for the info. Are you sure that it's not an abbreviation for something? They climb up and enter the school, but the elevator required a key card. Hey, let's see if we can find a key card. Let's hope some teacher left their key card here. Of course they have, otherwise they just get stuck. They start looking. Soon, Kay finds a key card alongside some notebook containing some corruption evidence. They return to the elevator and use the card. They get in the elevator and they start going down. Ooh. Oh, is this where no, we've already had that. Charlize. Wow, what a fun effect. Remarkable. Achievement get. Now that's some proper tilage. Charlize, I'd say make them 1 time smaller. But it looks good. 1 time smaller than this, you mean? So you mean just keeping them this size? Because 1 times anything, if you have something, you scale it times 1, then it just gets the same size. If you times anything by 1, then it just stays. But it's good. Yeah, will this game have achievements? Oh, yeah. Well, Living Art hasn't, so I would assume so. But who knows? Props Paradise. Okay, that message, I'm going to read it silently because I know that if you archive people want to watch that, not archive people, archived watcher. Well, people who are watching this archived. You can just go back a little bit and read it. Right. I'm sorry, but we're closed. Oh, I was a bit careless when handling one of these contaminated bodies. Like radiation contaminate. So, wait. So is the individual who's speaking there, are they contaminated? Like their clothing? Or do you mean radiation contamination? Shadows, you have to save the FBX2? Yeah, of course I do. To export it. The door unlocks and A and K head into the tunnel to the backside. Yeah, that doesn't sound good at all. Yikes, but it does seem like the main characters have at least a temporary place of safety. Well, it seems that the main characters have a little bit of plot armor. Well, not plot armor, plot convenience. Yeah, this looks good. Good. Shadows, I mean, I haven't heard it being used as an abbreviation. Yeah, but it probably stands for something. Shadows, no, I said it before. I meant 2 times. This is the right size. Wait, you're not reading them out, Shadows? Not all of them. I'm reading them quietly. Glowing, only if I think that archive people wouldn't have been able to see them. Glowing mushroom contaminated. Oh, I see. Right. Well, one second. I'm intrigued by this. Let me just quickly have a look. Where is it? Well, there we go. It's on the Wikipedia page. So if you look here, the sex company stands for Complete Entertainment Exchange. Now, okay. Right, now back to the regularly scheduled program. Alright, but who just comes up with the name Sex? It seems like quite a weird name for a store, if it's not an abbreviation. Oh well, no clue. You'll have to loom it up. Wait, what? We are going to have to loom it up? So, you mean we should get started and make some textiles? Is that what you mean? we will have to loom it up. Look. Oh, look. Oh, right. Look it up, of course. Miss W, Shadows just did. Cheers for looking it up. Oh, no problem. It just took a minute. They take the tunnel... if it already started, might as well read it. They take the tunnel to the side that led to a bridge. The tunnel had collapsed, but they were lucky. The bridge had snapped to a staircase that led up to the other side. What do you mean it had snapped up to it? Do you mean... I'm not sure what you mean by that. Maybe snapped is the wrong word. So the bridge collapsed. You mean it led to a staircase? Maybe. They carefully go down the bridge, and they reach the other side. Or maybe it fell to a bridge. No, to a staircase. A path. I originally wanted to read that as a path, but no. A path was branching off to the right. It was the only way they could go. English. Cheers for looming it up, Shared Eyes. Much appreciated. They reached some kind of Tyrolean with a crank. It seemed that there was enough space for both of them. They climb into it. Oh, what's a Tyrolean? What is that? I suppose I might as well look it up, because we're in that business at the moment. Tyrolean. Or did you mistype it? Oh! Oh, I see. Oh, right. Of course. So, like a zip wire. Ah, yes. Sorry. Oh, sorry. Okay, that's fine. Right, so now let's do a little bit of work on the texture. It's gonna be a bit difficult to get it to properly tile, pun intended, with it being tilted. So, for example, if I add a new layer, I can just add it underneath the gaps. Let's do oops, wrong. Right, so if I go to the base layer, which is the background layer, let's just choose a color. Let's do, oh, I don't know. If I do something like this, let's actually disable the grid as well. Hide grid. Then that is a good start. But if I then go to stone, go to brushes, to pick a white brush, turn the opacity down. If I do stuff like this, for example, just as a demonstration, if I save this and then export it, it won't tile properly. So if I go to play mode, you can see that on some tiles, mainly the edge tiles, you can clearly see the seams now running along, because it's taking half of the texture, half of the tile is from one side of the texture and the other half is from the other side. So you can see there are definitely seams, which admittedly isn't that obvious. You can definitely see tiling though, but it's not that obvious, but it is there. It's definitely there, especially if you're in a room like this. You can see on the edges the seams running along, which isn't great. In a big room like that, like this one, it's much more obvious. Now I could just have it a bit more so it's that wouldn't work though. Well, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. It might just be a case of flipping the texture around, because in here, in the editor, if I take this half of the texture and then move it over to this half, and then take this half of the texture, move it down here, then I've got all the seams here in the middle, like a plus symbol, and then I can work on getting rid of those edges here, basically. That might be a good way of doing it. Or we could just do like a bit of more of a random pattern, so just like this, just kind of these spots. Because the thing is, rose granite, which this is kind of what it's becoming now, does have kind of these sort of spots in them. Maybe if I change the colors, maybe if I have some grey ones as well. Oops. Maybe some darker grey ones. So sort of like this. Oh, it tried to autosave it. Oh, that's nice. Well, let's try it out. Let's try it out. Also, let's have a look at rose granite. Yeah, you can see this is what I meant. It is kind of this brown reddish color, but it has these white and dark spots in there. Like this, for example. You can see it is kind of similar. It's got a bit more orangey tones in it as well. But yeah, like this. This is what I meant essentially. So, yeah. If anything, the spots should be a bit brighter. Let's undo this again, and let's try it with a bit bright. That's too bright. Right on, let's give it a very dark color. Should be black, maybe it should be black. It's a bit too much on that one spot there. So like that. Let's just create another layer. Let's have this one below that one. And I want to also get a bit more orange in here. Let's turn down the opacity a bit. Just a bit like that. Just to get a little bit of orange. And you might not even be able to see it on stream actually. It's a bit too much orange. Let's get some red in there as well. That's too much. There's quite a big splotch of red just in the middle, and that would have not tiled very well. So let's just zooming in like this. You can see what it looks like here. I'm gonna zoom out. Let's try this out in game. Save, switch, play. Can't really see it that well like this. We'll have to go down there ourselves. There we go. Actually was quite close, the entrance. Good. Yes, it worked perfectly. I do like this. It's obviously going to need a normal map. Ignore the flickering. Yeah, obviously going to need a normal map. I think it looks quite nice, I think. Quite earthy. Right, but I'm not quite sure if these textures now fit as well for the bricks. Maybe the white is an issue. I can change the hue a bit, because that's kind of clash. It's not as harmonious as I would like. Let's... Actually, I know we can quite quickly get rid of the flickering. And that's if I... that will work. 1 second. If I add a few loop cuts here, like that, and then if I select the outer edges, then I can just move that down just a tiny bit, just like that, just to kind of bevel that edge a little bit, which will then get rid of the Z-fighting because it won't be on the same level. It'll be intersecting instead. Let's have a look at this. Oh, it's back there. Ah, by the way, here, he's still here. height room. Right. Or straight ahead, whichever you prefer. I guess bouncing along like this just gives a bit more to do, really, while just wandering aimlessly. I think adding sounds is also going to be an important thing. Yeah, you can see. You can now see the edge a little bit like that. But actually, I can fix that. If I go in here, do shade smooth, save, file export, FBX, export, save, go over, re-import. And there you can see now the seam is much less apparent because it's smooth shading. And this is only a temporary fix because it does still look a little odd having it like that. But right, I think that's probably good. Now let's do a quick... Also, I will have to fix it because it doesn't line up as well, but it's just temporary. Let's now do a quick normal map. So, for that, let's disable all these layers. Let's add a white layer in the background. Then let's export that as floor tiles NRM for normal map. Save this. Yeah, save it. Then re-enable all these. Then go back. And if I go down to this, I've got this texture down here. Now in Unity, you can convert a normal texture into a normal map. Basically import it as a normal map. To do that, you need to go from default on the texture to a normal map. Create from grayscale. And then if I could apply, you can see it's automatically transformed it into a normal map. I think sharp is good in this case because it's supposed to be tiles. Bumpiness probably good as well. Might be actually be a little bit too strong now that I'm thinking about it. But let's actually need to put on the material first. Where's the material? The material is there. So let's put it in the normal map slot. And let's make them a bit more smooth so that it looks more polished. Actually, should it look more polished or should it look more dusty? I think polished is better in this case. Right, so now that I've changed the material, we can, by the way, also switch which objects it's being displayed on here. And also change the lighting so you can have it like that. So change reflection probes and things like that. But if I now go to play, and then find it, hopefully. It's all the way back there. It's all the way back there. I'll quickly have a look and then I'll reach out. 5 people watching. Hello, 5 people. Live, I mean. There might be 1 or 2 watching archived as well. Just keep running, this is how we run. There we go. Right, so now you can see that the tiles do have, like the grooves, the gaps between the tiles, they do actually look like they're inset, like they're going down a little bit. Because of the normal map, you can see how the light's just catching it just in the center of the screen. You can see how it's catching it there. Yeah, I'm quite happy with this. Imagine this with like walking sounds, like footsteps. Ooh, that's gonna be creepy. But that's the point. But that is indeed the point. Plus, this also works to hide the seam a bit more. The normal map, I mean. Also, you can't really tell that it's tiling, so that's good. Even in this open space. Right. So I'll just leave you with this slightly strange view while I re-chat. Foray UK. Sounds quite good, actually. Yeah, I might use that on a trains map sometime. I'll actually use that on my OMSI 2 map. Well, then you use it. You came up with it. I will too. Should I add some weathering? Maybe. But then I would likely add the weathering as objects that are placed on top of it, because that way it won't tile as much. Because if I have one spot that's dirty, and then you keep running along the code, you get the same spot coming over and over and over again. So, it wouldn't be that tileable, yeah. Wow, that looks quite good though. Sure, there are seams, but still, it seems good. Right. A starts to move the crank. The cart makes its way slowly across the chasm. Probably chasm, because chase and chasm. It's probably chasm. They reach the other side. Which led to a cave entrance. In the cave, they find a glowing mushroom farm. They're drugs and infra. Yeah, I'd imagined. A small makeshift house was next to it. A tried the door. It was unlocked. The house had another cave tunnel, which A and K take. They exit the tunnel at the villa. The villa! Should it enable tiling in Pixelmator 2? Oh, can you do that? Does it have that function? That doesn't look half good, actually. Bad. Good. Wow, bad. Good. Yeah. That looks surprisingly good. This was sent before we started the game. Oh, I see. No! Don't Oh. Oh well. Second time's the charm? No, it's better this way, because this way the dots aren't as blurry. They're more pronounced. Like in this picture, you can see that they are quite visible, quite sharp. It's a bit difficult to tell because of the lighting here. It's the orange light of the player, but yeah. You can even see the little, let's see, where's the center of it? Where's the center bit? Ah, it's right there. I'll actually just leave it like this, so you can see the movement there. Hopefully it won't crash. Right. Should I try mixing in a dark teal as well? Maybe. Should looks good. And a really basic normal map? Sure. Just as the laser looks really good, yeah. Clash of Tiles and Bricks 2. The quest for Masonric recognition. Ooh. Is that available on Steam? Actually, I'll move it like this a bit. That way we can get the sphere in the picture as well. And you can actually see that the braziers are right there, like in the center of the screen now, just this little ring there. Hello there, little gate spirit. Fine night tonight, eh? Yes, it is. And that message was sent. Yeah, that was the one. I'll read this one. You could read that as well, so I'll read it silently. Foul play in a tragic backstory is a very common thing, I'd say. Oh, hello, Tom is Pogger 60163. Oh, hello! If you're actually here, if Catmafango is not just saying hello to random people he's made up. Hello. You leave us with this view too? Yes. Right, well, Vijay came up with foray by mistake. I'm claiming it though. Huh. I always thought it was pronounced chasm. Well, the thing is, I think it's chasm. I'll look it up. Sure, we're looking up things all the time, so... Should be a pronunciation of it. Actually, if I look it up in the dictionary. There we go. It is chasm. That's strange. But why is chase, but chasm isn't chasm? Interesting. Right. Good thing I looked it up. And I want to leave you with a little bit of a more creepy view. So I'm just gonna leave you with this. Actually, not like that. Like this. Just kind of looking into this room with a table just in the corner there. So this is a little bit creepy on more angles. So you can see one side is creepy because you're looking into the room, just looking around the corner, and then you can see the corner just on the side there on the left a little bit. So you're not quite sure if something's not going to jump out, if that something's just going to go right or come from around the corner on the left. So creepy. Yeah. Right. Oh, I'm probs confused it with Aseprite. I meant Pixelmator Pro, not 2. But yeah, I'm probs confusing it. That's quite... So is probs like sus? So instead of saying probably, you're saying probs. And instead of saying suspicious, you say sus. Is that the same thing? So the gradual shortening and some might argue diluting of the English language. That's quite... Or simplifying, not diluting. Simplifying of the English language. That's quite an unsettling sight, but it's great. Right. Next to the cassette recorder were 2 keys alongside a weird hexagonal box. A and K split up. A finds out the tape recorder alongside 2 other keys, one labeled office. Trace, COT and B2 is actually a book. They're making a game of it, though. COT and B2. What is that? COT... The only abbreviation that I... The only abbreviation that I know for COT, like in terms of books or games, is Call of Duty. But not sure what you mean by that, COT. Disclaimer, this is fiction. Charles, it's also vineyard and not vineyard. True. Unless you mean a yard that where vines are growing, so then it's a vineyard. Ooh, creepy table. Alright, okay. The hexagonal box. I think it's for the door just to go through. Charles, no, it's not like that at all. It's not that. No. I'm sure the term probs is much older than Shutter's sus. Shutter's, it's Clash of Tiles. Oh, Clash of Tiles and Bricks. Oh, I see, yes. You asked, is it on Steam? Oh, of course. It's actually a book. But they're making a game of it. Oh, I see. Okay, place the tape. Listen to the tape. Other stains and handprints on the table. Are those in blood by any chance? Don't worry, not this table. I meant the table in his message, not this table. Right, so this looks quite nice. Let's mess with the lighting a bit. Not lighting, the colors of the tint of the walls. I'm just going to do it in the materials view. So if I go to the materials here, I can change the color on them like this. I could just make them, to make them darker, that might look nice. But no, a little bit brownish, probably. Maybe this sort of color might fit a bit better. Sort of dark grayish, dark gray, which is a bit of a reddish color like that. Maybe that would fit better with the floor. Although, depends. Is that sort of the same bright? I think it's sort of the same brightness. Let's actually, I'll save that text, I'll copy out that hex code and put it in the ceiling segment color as well, so that it's the same text, the same color. Not sure at all. Let's have a walk through this. And the colors are saved in the materials, even though I did in play mode, because I've changed them on the I changed them on the asset, so that's not affected by editing it in play mode because it's not part of the scene. It's not all the way over there. Where is it? Where is it? Is it over here? It's probably not over here. And then it's over there. Might actually be over here. And no, it isn't. Not sure where it's spawned. Let's just quickly reload. Ah, there we go. Can't really tell. Have to decompile the map. Alright. Decompile the map for what? Oh, whether it's blood. Is that the response to that? Oh, I see. Not really that happy with this color. Kind of looks like mud bricks now, which I don't want. Maybe if instead of... Oh, that's odd. Should be fine. Maybe if I just go for a dark grey instead. Maybe that would look better. Okay, you're right. I understand everything now. Jeff Walter. Hey, you're a tough cookie, right? Let's go. If that reactor explodes, they will not be able to put us. They will not be able to put the ones responsible in jail. They will not be able to put the ones responsible in jail. You're right, let's go. Let's put them where they belong. But first, let's check the last room. You're right, we won't want to miss anything. Trace, maybe add slight teal splotches to the tile after all? Yeah, maybe. Just as a tryout, I mean. Wow. Leader. I think that the yellowness of the light is interfering with me being able to see it. Let's change that. Let's actually save that color and let's make it completely white. I'll actually put, well, let's see, well, this is what? Right. Let's add another layer. Let's put it there. Let's call this teal dots. No, wrong thing. That's a strange site. Maybe we increase this to like 20%. Maybe 30%. Okay, now I need to do this properly. Not sure. Let's have another look at the picture. There is... I don't see any teal in these. Maybe a bit of dark blue, but I'm not sure. Not convinced. K takes a picture of the table and follows A. A tries the office key, the door unlocks. Let's pit him. Activates pit. In the room there was an office. Behind it, a big picture of Jeff Walter. Scheiß, bit bluer. Oh, cripe. I forgot tonight is the next Village Showcase. Be right back. Village Showcase? Alright, I think you mentioned that. Oh wait, I'm too early. Alright, be right back. Sure. I mean, I can try doing a dark blue. But no, that just doesn't look right. Maybe like this, but I'm just not sure really. No. Do you think that's good? I don't. No. I just don't like it. I don't like it. I'm going to delete the layer. It was good trying it out because now I know, and that's good. Okay, now let's try it out with the white light. Dun 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 dun. Looks so different with the white light. This up here doesn't have a normal map, that's why it looks a bit strange. But yeah. Not sure that it's better. look at that. We found... Come on, shouldn't it come up with a text? It's odd. Shouldn't I be able to pick this up? Didn't we do that last time? It's odd. I have to look into that. No, I don't like this color. It just doesn't work. It doesn't work right. I'll change it a bit again. Maybe if it's slightly yellowy. Like a bit like sandstone, maybe? Brighter as well. What sort of color does sandstone have? Like, not red sandstone, but yeah, not red sandstone. I mean more like this. Yeah, just kind of a very light. Yeah. More like this, actually. So it's kind of a skin color. Ooh. Where is it? Not sure. Let's reload. Oh, I think I saw it in the distance just there. Right. Any better? Is this pawn any better? 3, 2, 1. Nope. Although I do very much like how the hills in the distance look. They add quite a bit, I think. I do... Actually, no, that should be fine. The hills in the distance add quite a bit, I think. Especially since they're so symmetrical, like we've got one hill in each corner. Feels quite eerie to kind of be surrounded by these hills. That looks better, I think. Oh, I know what's wrong. They're not smooth enough. They need to be much smoother. That's what was wrong. I remember. I had originally, when I made the materials, I made them quite smooth because I wanted it to look like they were wet. But with these normal maps, it just looks a bit strange, really. I've now made them very, very rough. The specular aspect of it, I suppose. The roughness, basically, because it's a PBR shader, so the roughness. Now that looks better. Yeah, that looks so much better. I think I'm happy with this kind of sandstone look up there. I think that fits quite nicely with the tiles. What do you think? With a smooth roughness as well. I think I also need to raise the light up a little bit. Although it is already 0.5. Maybe increase it to 0.8. Well, 0.7. Just so it gets a bit of a better angle. So that the edge isn't as hard to see. It does look quite polished. You're right. Although I think that might look good. I mean, that might sell the feeling of tiles. I'll read chat completely in a little bit. The stream on there is synced with the jumping with what I was just doing. Oops. You didn't see that. Wait, what? That's odd. That's not supposed to happen. Okay, sure. Right. Now you can see the edge a bit better lit. A little bit better. Yeah, there's still a bit of sea fighting, but that's okay. That's not done yet. Like in the edges like there, you can see it in the center. What do you think? Do you like the way this looks? Right, so now it's time to read chat. Alright, we're back. Sure. Snap, shadows. Look good. Where was I? Ah, yes. On the desk, there was a letter. It was towards Xander Berg. He didn't read it. Kay takes the letter and reads a note next to it with a key. Alright, thanks for typing it, Shadows. Trying it, sorry, not typing it. That's good, that's okay. But he was looking insistently at the wall behind the desk. Hey, you see something? Okay, come here. Do you see something off? Just need to see something odd about this wall. No, it's just a wall with a picture of Jeff Walt on it. To the untrained eye, it may seem like that. Sure is. Looks good, but almost too good. Looks like they bought a discounted roof red tile mega pack from B&Q and just finished polishing it all up. But yeah, well, you're right. Okay, I'll try it, but I'll try making it a bit rougher. If I can find the material again. Actually, maybe we can have a roughness map. Maybe that's something we can do. That might be quite nice. There it is. It looks good though. Very neat and tidy. What adds quite a bit? I missed it. Shadows. Alright, yes. I'd agree on this. Oh, you'd agree on this. Oh, I see. Think this is better? But like this, you can't really see the 3D-ness of the normal map. No, I prefer it differently. I might let's try and make a thing. A thing? Yes, a thing. Okay, let's disable these ones again. Let's enable this. And now let's paint plus. No, let's paint something. Let's just boot. Is that the right thing? Soft spray? No. Paint brushes, maybe? Maybe this one, no. I want something that looks kind of like dirt, basically. Maybe this. No. Maybe the parallel brush was the best out of them. Maybe I increase the size a bit. Yeah. We'll try some other things. Markers, maybe? I doubt it. No. Inks. No, these would probably be way too small. Pens, no. Crayons. Maybe crayons, actually. Charcoal, maybe. If I increase the size to 100 pixels. I'm not sure that would be... that's too fine. I think I'm probably just going to go with the one I had before. Pencils. Basic? No. Yeah, let's go with... Well, we could do the smashed spray. Turn up the opacity to 100. Well, let's maybe not do 100. Let's maybe do 80. Well, let's do 50. So we tried like this. Yes, that's okay. Then if I save this, export this as floor tiles, what would it be? SPR? Spec? SPM? Spec? Oh. Specular map. Maybe? What? Let's do RNM for roughness map. Now if I go back to Unity, if I can put it in the metallic slot. So if we do RNM like this. Oh, that's not right. Why isn't that? That's odd. Oh, it's... I see. Although no, it's odd. Oh, I get it. It's not the right... Okay, let's switch it over to the legacy one. The specular... The bumped specular. No. No, we can't do that with this one. That's a bit annoying. Okay. Well, let's put in the texture. Is that at all changing where it's reflecting or not? Well, if I change it from metallic alpha to albedo alpha, will that change anything? Yeah, I think it's applying the texture to it as well, which is not what I want. Let's like R and smooth as A. Oh, I see. So it needs to be alpha. Oh. Well, that's slightly more annoying. Right. So if I disable this, maybe that should work. Let's do NRM again. Save. Yep, save. Go over. Now if I put this in, yeah, that's what I wanted. That looks better. I know you're not able to see it at the moment, but trust me, it looks better. Okay, that works. And I'll actually also import the alpha's grayscale. No, alpha's transparency, sorry. So that it actually shows up correctly here. Now let's have a look at it in game so you can see what I did. All the way over there. I'll read chat in a bit. There we go. You can see now that there are some places there where it's quite smooth still, but other places where it's quite rough. You can see the reflection isn't as smooth as it was before. I think that's much better. What do you think? I think actually it would look better if I were to blur this a bit. Is there a blur tool? Not sharpen, soften. Brush size maximum. Can I do that a bit? Maybe if I just do it a little bit like that. Maybe that would look better. I'll keep it open just in case. Yes, just in case. Yeah, I think that looks better. Or does it? So blurry. No, the other way it looked better. Yeah, I think it looks better like this. Oh, actually, I've got an idea. I want to quickly put in a light source in this room. Just so that when it spawns, we can have a little bit of more of a way of seeing what this actually looks like, basically. Let's increase the range. Well, let's increase the intensity. Ooh. Let's turn on shadow. No, not that. I want to turn on shadows, hard shadows. There we go. Let's turn up the intensity. Oh, I think the intensity is probably fine like this. If anything, it's a bit too much. That's better. And as for the light, let's just make it a little bit yellowy. Not much, just a little bit. Right, so now that I've made those changes, I'll read chat when I leave you with an interesting visual of that room. We've got a track to get there. Luckily, we've got a star, if that is a star. I mean, it's probably the moon, or a moon. if one of these rooms even spawns in this system. Should be quite visible. Oh, there are some back there, yes. I do like the sandstone type look. Ooh, look at that. It would look better with a ceiling, admittedly, but still. You can see the reflection down there. Do you think that looks good for the reflection like that? I don't know why it's laggy when I zoom in. Right. So, what to do? What to do? Reach out, of course. I'll select this message so that if it skips like that, I won't lose it. Right. True. Very eerie and eerie. Ooh, so you think there's... Oh, so you think there's a way... There's a secret space behind the painting. Well, we got those slots on either side where I think the boxes we found fit. Well, let's try them. A and K each place their box in the slots. Suddenly the painting rises, revealing a jar with plutonium-210 and a package? Wait, a jar? You've just got some... You've just got some plutonium in a jar behind a painting in your office. That seems... I mean, maybe the painting is lead-lined. Maybe that's it. But still, I mean, come on. Health and safety will not be pleased about this. It's a bit weird that the top tiles aren't cracked. Yeah. They don't have a normal map either, so... Yeah. Alright, I've been notified that it's polonium, not plutonium. Polonium. Sorry about that. What is polonium? Is that also radioactive? It sounds radioactive. Is that a real thing? Or is that made up for the game/story? Nope, polonium-210 is an isotope of polonium. It undergoes alpha decay, twist table, half-life of 138 days. The longest of all naturally occurring polonium isotopes. Right, so it undergoes alpha decay, which I'm assuming means that it emits alpha radiation. Polonium-210 is generated in the decay chain of uranium-238 and radium-226. I see. It's extremely toxic. Its extreme toxicity is attributed to intense radioactivity capable of severely harming humans. So yeah, because it affects seafood and tobacco, apparently. But yeah, because alpha radiation has to be ingested, but yeah. Interesting. Decays by emission of alpha particles only. Not by emission of an alpha particle and gamma ray. Right. So it's relatively safe then. Relatively safe, unless you, of course, touch it or eat or breathe in any of it. Right. Where was I? Right, aren't correct. But it looks good. Floor tiles do look a tad polished, though. We need more dust. You got more dust. Although, admittedly, now it looks like it's just a bit of water splattered on it a little bit. But that could be workable. Maybe if I inverted the colors. Oh, that might work. Not sure. Polonium-210. That jar has radioactive material. But what's in the package? Well, better leave it to my dad. Now let's go find the boat this note mentions. Oh, wait. Wait, what? Slots. You find it boxes and slots. Suddenly the... Oh, well, I didn't know that the note mentioned a boat. Oh wait, or is this the thing that you explained previously, where the note and boat came from? Ah, that's probably it. That's probably it. XTDDD. I think I went one over there. Yeah, looks good. Maybe change the intersections color too. You mean? What do you mean intersection color? From white to skin? Oh, you mean the top... well, no, that doesn't have a texture yet. I could do it. But I'll do it after I've done the texture, probably. K takes the package and K takes the package and the head for the outhouse in the yard. Wait, what? So he takes the package and the head for the outhouse in the yard. That... I know, they had. I know. For the outhouse in the yard. They descend down the stairs into the basement. There, illuminated, was a rock-carved tunnel. They descend. Eh? What? Where? How? Ah! A clip. Let's just have a quick look at that clip. On there is synced with the jumping with what I was just doing. You didn't see that? Wait, what? That's not supposed to happen. Okay, sure. See the edge of it. That's really lit. Is it better? Yeah, there's still a bit of sea fighting, but that's okay. That's not fun yet. Like in the edges, like there. Why do you always keep it? Actually, no, it's only 30 seconds. That's fine. So that's where the XD. I think I want one over again. Sorry, came from. Thanks for clipping that. It was flooded, but there was a pump. A starts the pump and it starts sucking the water out of the tunnel. Sure is. That is true. Maybe leave it as is, as was before, and add a rhyme map over these tiles. Not entirely sure. Soon, the tunnel is empty of water. The tunnel is empty of water. Tunnel can? Oops. I want to say is empty. Alright. Back. Welcome back. Thanks. Yes. Look. Oh, you've probably already seen it. You can see I've got... it's the specularity of it. The reflection is better. No worries. Shadows. Is that the height map? No, it's not the height map. It is the metallic map, which the R channel of that, so the red channel, is how metallic it is. And the alpha channel, the A alpha channel, is how smooth it is. So... since the texture is only completely alpha with black on it, there is no red. It's only the alpha channel that goes from 0 to 1, or from 0 to 255. 255? 256. No, it's 255, I think. Which means it's not metallic at all, but it changes the reflectivity of it, essentially, the smoothness of it. It's not got a height map. Just S? Floor tiles S? Why? Not sure what that means. Oh, sure. RNM. Oh, right, I see. For roughness map. Should I standard specular setup? No, that doesn't have a map for that, I think. They take the tunnel and reach some kind of garage. Almost right, there's garbage. With a boat suspended above the water. Next to the exit was a crank to lower the boat. A lowers the boat. A and K get into it. The boat had an engine and A starts it. They start to make their way to the nuclear power plant, which could be seen from the garage, while dodging fallen trees and swept away cars and trucks. Oh, I see. We're back, gotta do something. Sure. The stream will end soon, but probably you're back already. The one below the shader. Is that nice? I think this one works fine. Sure, V'ger. See you soon. Oh, this is good. Great stuff. Can't wait to see it in game. Ha! You walked past it. No, I didn't. If you look closely, I didn't. I just got lost with the camera. By the way, I forgot to mention, A and K had a radio back from the office. Oh, I see. So you mean radio as in they can listen to some nice tunes while they're down in the tunnels? Or do you mean radio as in to communicate with? Oh, turquoise. Oh, right. Why oh turquoise? Why? Trace, that is so much better. Mark gets a radio too in infra. I think it was better before, I would say. I don't know. Yeah. Yes, much better now. That was probably when I blurred it. Trace, I wanted to suggest a light source an hour ago. Oh, an hour ago. Ah, well, you've got one, but decided against it because for some reason I thought it would have been placed in the center itself instead of part of the room. Ah, I see. I see. Yes, cold, but nice. Oh, looks good. Great. Oh, this is so nice. I think it looks good. Might need some off-stream tweaking, but it still looks good. Yes, however, with how things are running, I probably won't be able to work on this off-stream. However, maybe I will. Trace, polonium, not plutonium. Yes. Well, it is generated the chain. Didn't it say the chain of... it doesn't matter. Looks like a musical note on the polonium 210 Wikipedia page. I see. That is one strange sentence, but yeah. Why does this look like Bakerloo Underground Station in the 1950s? Oh, you're right, it does. It does. It absolutely does. I wanted to go for a Roman-esque underground abandoned tunnel system and ended up just recreating the Bakerloo line in the 1950s. Well, station. But yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. When I've got a ceiling on, that will help. That will help distinguish it a bit. Hopefully. Although I suppose the Bakerloo station also has ghosts in it, so well, XD. Haven't been there in the 1950s, but I couldn't say. But I get what you mean. I was at Bakerloo station when I was at London in 2019. I went on quite a few of the London Underground lines. It was very fun. Quite tiring. No, not tiring as in exhausting, but tiring as in it was quite an agent of sleepiness making, if that makes sense. I'm back. A comms radio. Ah, yes, makes sense. Bits were at 255 for a frame. Oh, so you mean just RGB, so green and blue? I see. Oh, turquoise. Oh, I see. This is rather romantic, isn't it? KHA. Yeah. Only I had my fishing... If only I had my fishing equipment with me. Oh, I see. Because nothing's more romantic than tricking some fish into skewering their face on a hook just because they wanted to eat something. And then being pulled out of the water and left to essentially suffocate to death. Nothing's more romantic than that. If you're reading a text version of this and can't infer the sarcasm, then that was very sarcastic. Also, scene itself, not center, but yeah. Why do you always say but yeah when you correct me? That's strange, isn't it? XD. They reach about... that XD was probably when I read the Bakerloo station thing. They reach about halfway of the journey to the nuclear power plant when they hear a heli. Vaulted ceiling, rise up, roof flies off. Roof flies off. Just not sure why, but yeah. A? K? I can see you guys from the helicopter. What happened to your car? You need a hand? No, we're having a romantic boat right here. We don't need a hand with that. Well, you're almost at the nuclear power plant anyway. Anyway, we'll see you in there. Sure, it's 2019, sure, but not 1959? Don't think so. Anyway, we're just getting to the end of the stream. So I'll actually take a screenshot here. Yeah, just so, because I'm probably going to use this for the thumbnail. Let's be honest, this is what I've been working on, so probably going to use that. So, with that, let's quit all of this. Quit it! Quit it, I tell ye! Not you. I don't want you to quit watching my streams. I mean, I suppose if you don't enjoy them, then I would want you to quit watching them, because then it would just be... You wouldn't get anything from it, if it's annoying to you. But so, I think it's been okay, the productiveness of the stream. It's not been as good as I had hoped, on my part, but it was okay. I'm happy with it. So, yeah. That's basically the end of the stream. I'll read chat, then I'll do shoutouts, and then... yes, so... It's like when you say anyway, it's the same thing. But yeah. Yeah, it sounds like an Angewohnheit, the German word. So, yeah. But yeah, that's fine. Right. Thanks kindly for tonight's stream. Well, thank you for watching. Right, thanks for the stream. I'm gonna go. Bye. Bye, Mr. W. See you next time, hopefully. A and K reach the nuclear power plant and do exactly what Mark does. Fix gens, pumps, flood core, and they go down to under the reactor. Or as you've written, fix gens, pumps, flood core, and they hold Dewin to under the reactor. It was enjoyable. Good. Oh well. Thanks for the stream. Well, I'm glad that your internet didn't cut out this time, unless it did and you just didn't type it. But thank you very much for watching. It was nice having you in chat. All of you. I really felt like I've received a really nice behind-the-scenes look at B&Q style production department. Yes, because this is exactly what they do before they 3D print the texture onto those tiles. Because actually those tiles are the ceramic tile, they're actually just blank. They just print it on while that's still hot, and then it's fine. Bye, Shreddies. Habit? Habit! There we go, it's a habit. Bye. Bye, Slivergiggle. I'll continue with the last part of tomorrow, since we're also getting to my expansion. Yes, indeed. Sure, see you tomorrow, all XD. XD. Right, so shoutouts, as always. Have a look at Kango Fango streams on Sundays, driving and building maps. As well as have a look, if you've got trains, TRS-19, I suggest you have a look on the download station at 2 maps. One of them is called Central Europe, the other is called Cornish Railways. And I'm actually getting quite good at that outro now. I've got it streamlined, I feel. It doesn't go on for ages. And this stream will be archived. Thank you for the shout out. They were pleasant. They were pleasant? And so was stream. Bye. Shreddies. Streamlining. Oh, streamlining. Yes. So thank you very much for watching. The shoutouts, sure. But you just said shout out. Singular. But anyway, doesn't matter. So, thank you all very much for watching, and bye. Truth, yes. Bye. Yes, indeed.